We are covering stories that have never been covered before on television. It's not just a love story between a black woman and a white dude. It's more than that. I'm Gina Yashere, a comedian, stand-up comic, author, and exec producer, writer, and series regular on CBS sitcom Bob Hearts Abishola. My background has influenced everything I've done. As a stand-up comic, when I first started doing comedy, all the comedy was from a white perspective. So when I started doing comedy on the scene, I was like, well, I'm going to bring my perspective. And so I started doing jokes about coming from an African perspective. I talk about many other things, but I always talk about, my family, where I come from, because the characters in my family are very funny and very interesting. And then obviously with the TV show, Bob Hearts Abishola, I get to bring all of my culture to primetime television. I literally drew on all of my experience, all of my family story. I drew on everything that I'd done in the past and put it into the show. When we were creating the show, I wanted to make sure that the Nigerian culture was represented well, represented properly, represented authentically. Do you know what I mean? Because when I watch a lot of movies where they have African characters, it's like they think Africa is a country and not a continent. So I was always aware of this and just went, you know what, when I make a show, I want to make it properly. I want it to be authentic. I want it to be Nigerian. I want Nigerians to watch it and recognize themselves. America is an amalgamation of different languages, different dialects, different cultures. It's important to show different stories because a lot of the decision makers are making decisions on their narrow field of view, thinking, a Nigerian family, how will middle America, relate to these people? They're so different. And it's like, no, we're not. And so the fact that this show is getting out to these people who may never even socialize with immigrants before, and they've fallen in love with the characters, it's just bringing people together with laughter.